The Accumulator is completely different from any other class. As the name suggests, you accumulate points for each jump you jump. As you progress through the course, the fences get bigger and so do the amount of points. If you have a fence down, instead of accumulating those points, you lose them. So for instance, this is fence number 4. If you jump it, you'll accumulate 4 points, and if you knock it down, you'll lose 4. There'll be people risking points for time because it all comes into play. And if you have a slow round but maximum points, you're not usually going to win it. This fence you need to be very straight to. It's coming out of the corner, so they're going to hang a little bit. You need to come up to the ball and be very straight to it. You've also got a distance after it. I've just walked this distance and it was 5 strides. As it's not a massive number of strides, it'd be quite difficult to take one out, but you wouldn't want to be adding any more because the time will come into place. At this point in the course, you have 2 options. You can either jump the joker or number 8, but you get maximum points if you jump the joker. As you can see, it's a lot bigger than number 8 and a lot more difficult to jump, but it's the risk you have to take. It's probably 3 or 4 holes bigger than the other fence. It's vertical, it's very poly, it's a difficult fence for a horse to concentrate on. There's only 3 poles and a filler on this. There's big gaps in it, they're thin poles, it's a vertical, it's very difficult and it's very tall.
Yes, the joker goes down, it can make a huge difference. James Billington, the best of the scores in so far. BF Utopia on a score of 12. Doesn't sound that great, but when you consider you're on a maximum score right down to the last, but if they have that last fence down, well, it's 16 off. It takes them right back to 12. So they are so close, just on the edge of potentially jumping a clear round. John Whittaker now with Senator W. Clear of fence 6 takes him up to a score of 21. Lots of turnbacks on the course, over 7 takes him up to a total of 28. And then they have the choice here, as we've heard, the joker or the normal fence 8. Goes for the joker and gets it. So is the very first to get the maximum score of 44. Gets 16 for that last fence, John Whittaker, and his time 44.45. Young lady up from the West Country now, over the 5th, takes her up to 15. 21 now. Kirsty Pierce can be very quick, just got to leave those fences up. Back round to the joker again, cuts inside, looking for a maximum score of 44 and gets it. Good round from her and a very good time indeed. 38.79 takes her into the lead. One out to Jeff Luckett, Ciscos Pelota de Goma. Jeff has won, well, more than we care to count of these type of classes. 21 so far, back to 7, 28. Then down to the jokers. Got to go for the joker if you're going to get up in the top few. Got to get that maximum score 44. Back around on this horse. Maximum score of 44. Gives it a rattle. It's so easy to have that down. 45.26 as we see coming down there. Just gives it a rattle. That would have taken him right the way back to 12 points. And there's the option. They could jump that fence 8, but it would only give them 8 points. Would mean they wouldn't get that maximum of 44. Jessie Dre over the 3rd, takes her up to a score of 6. Now to a score of 10, jumping 4, back around the top of the arena. Young rider now with a good string of horses. 1 or 2 that have jumped to the international level, the likes of Robert Smith, Jerry Maguire, now in the hands of this young rider. Both really training, teaching themselves all the time, improving every single day. Back to the joker. This is a good one. Over the joker they go. Jessie Dre untouchable. 44 the score. 42.98 the time. Takes her into 2nd at the moment. Now to Andrew Davis, Tasmania. Good way around the course as well. 15 at the moment. Gets as tight as he can to those wings. Back to the next. Back to 7. Score of 28. Now quickly skips round. Shakes his head a little, down to the joker, up we go again, that big fence to finish, pushes on for the finish. 41.02, takes him a touch ahead of Jessie Dre into 2nd for Andrew Davis, Tasmania. James Billington, another ride for him in this class. As we heard earlier on, had that joker down, took him down to 12, that's the danger, this Tomboy B. James riding for the Gredley stable, got a very good string of horses underneath him now. Alongside, of course, their top jockey, Tim Gredley. Back round to the last, a little more steady, down we come, and over that we go. 47.65 the time, and a maximum of 44 takes him into 6th. Jamie Wingrove then last to go, Una van Brockenbrock. Back to 3 for a score of 6, rolls on to the next 10. Cuts inside here. Can that make up the grabs? Over the planks, 15. Stable jockey for Tim Stockdale. 21 now. Back he comes to 7. Can they keep it up? Yes, they do. 28. Time to beat coming to the last. 38.79 it goes. That's how close it is. The last goes down, takes them to a score of 12. And that's what the class is all about. It comes right down to the last fence. Out of the cups it comes. Terrific time, 34.51. But it's 12 for Jamie Wingrove. So the final lineup, it's a win in the Accumulator for Kirsty Pierce, just Jasper. Maximum score, 38.79.
The Accumulator was quite a large course and you have to go very fast at the same time, and a case of keeping up all the fences and jumping the joker at the end. It was 1.55 metre and it was a case of just getting it right and hoping for the best, and Jasper did that lovely.